That is a crabs versus studs.
It's very good.
I can't remember the exact line, but
Good line. Good afternoon to you wherever you may be in this glorious County Humboldt Crabs baseball is on the air. Hi, I'm Hoke Holcomb coming to you from the Don Turbush announcers booth high atop the Arcata ballpark, located just a block from the historic plaza in downtown Arcata. And boy, today that plaza is filled with folks because it is Oyster Festival Day in Arcata, and we get literally 10,000 plus people coming to slurp up some oysters and a few beers while they're at it. And some of them then will come over to the ballpark, hopefully not those who are too inebriated, and enjoy a game this afternoon between the Crabs and the Seattle Studs. We mentioned before that this is the only time this season that the Crabs will start a game at 2:30 in the afternoon, and it is due to the existence of the Oyster Festival. We used to start later in the day or early evening, but we had too many problems with folks coming over having had a few too many brews, I should say, and we had some problems, so we've scheduled the game in the afternoon, hopefully to avoid that. This is the second of a three-game series with the Seattle Studs. The Studs last night upended the Crabs 6-3, and in so doing, ended the Crabs' six-game winning streak. The Studs came from a 3-1 deficit. The big inning was the fifth inning. They plated 4 runs in the fifth, and though the Crabs had a number of opportunities after that with bases loaded, in one inning, believe it or not, they had 4 walks. They were issued 4 walks and yet did not score at all in that inning. They didn't get any hits, and the extra walk was resulted in an out on a wild pitch that bounced right back to the catcher, and the Crab runner trying to come in from third was deader than a doornail. So the Crabs' record fell then to 9-2. The Studs moved their record to 11 wins and 2 setbacks on the season. And we're looking forward to another fine outing today. We always look forward to this series. The Studs were founded back in 1954 by a lumber tycoon by the name of Cheney. Same last name as the former vice president, although no relation. So it's a team that's been around over half a century, over 60 years now. But to the Crabs, they're still considered the youngsters because the Crabs have 10 years on them, having been founded in 1945. So the Studs are a quality ball club, and we look forward to this series each season. And joining me now in the broadcasting booth, the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer. Good to see you, Benjamin.
Lovely day for baseball.
We were looking for, you were on various posters among the missing. I saw you on a cereal box. And anyhow, I'm glad you were able to make it. We call this the national pastime. It's called baseball. And it's good to have you with us. We'll explain the game as we go along.
Okay.
It'll be fun. Anyhow, the Studs won last night. The Crabs were ahead in the third inning by a score of 3-1. A couple of the Crabs looked up in the booth. They said, the Professor's not here, the heck with it, and they kind of fell apart. They didn't score after that.
Yeah, I was going to note that when I call the game,
they win
solo, they tend to win.
Yeah, well, it was a
and
heck
then
of a...
last night didn't quite work out the same way.
But another good, exciting ball game. We've had some fine games this year. And you know who was in the stands last night and is here this afternoon as well?
No.
A fellow who was around when we broadcast our very first year on the air. Remember the O-Dog, Oscar Lopez at shortstop.
Wow, nice.
He was an outstanding shortstop. And
he sure was.
So Oscar's here along with the Tomlin brothers. Matt Tomlin, who pitched in the mid to late 1990s. And his brother Alton, who we saw, he pitched 2 or 3 years for the Crabs in the early aughts. I think 2002 and 3, perhaps 2001, 2 and 3. So they're here as well. Also, today in Crabland, it is a birthday. Happy 30th birthday to former Crab player, now Crabs coach, Brad Morgan. So Brad Morgan celebrating birthday number 30 today. And the fellow who completed the game last night for the Crabs And that would be, and I'm blanking right now, Matt. Come on, Robert. You can come up with this name. Matt Richardson, of course. Matt Richardson will be celebrating a birthday tomorrow, so it's a birthday weekend for the Crabs players and coaches. Crabs today will be dressed in their bright red top uniforms with Crabs on the front and their numerals and names on the back. The Studs dressed as they were yesterday. The Studs are essentially a traveling team. They really don't play home games. Very difficult to attract crowds in Seattle when you got a major league team there. The former Portland Aloha Knights found out the same thing in Portland. They simply couldn't draw anybody. They moved to Corvallis, and now they get big crowds. So when you're in a city that has a major league franchise, very difficult to get anyone to come out and see semi-pro or college baseball. But the Studs go all over the country and into Canada to play baseball, and every year they go back to the tournament, semi-professional championships in Wichita, Kansas. Those have been held since 1935. Satchel Paige pitched in the very first tournament. But one thing we learn about the Studs, and that is they are a team of veterans, people who have long used up their college eligibility, and then they have some players who are still in college. But we found out that the pitcher that was so good for them last night, he was one and done. He had not pitched for them this season, and he's not going to pitch for them again. So it's like the old
ringer.
Yeah, the ringer. Let's hire a ringer and bring him in to deal with the Crabs. The same may be true today. I don't know if this gentleman is going to stay on the team, but this is also Clayton Goldfen's first start for.
No, he pitched last year for them.
Oh,
I believe. I'm pretty sure he was on the team last year.
Well, he hasn't been on the team. This
Really?
is his first start this year.
The name's very familiar to me, and I'm pretty sure it's.
All right. Well, Alyssa's here.
We can ask. Yeah.
The owner of the Seattle Studs is in the booth with us, so we will check with her and see if indeed this is his second year. But even if that is the case, it will be his first start this year, and the Studs have already played 14 games on their traveling schedule. A nice day for baseball. We got a lot of clouds, a lot of white clouds, but we're starting to see more blue sky. The clouds, the fog bank is
burning off.
Burning off, and we're going to have another outstanding day for baseball. And, what can we say? It's going to be fun. Let's go back to the studio for a couple of minutes to thank the folks who keep the Crabs on the field and on the air. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka. I think earlier this season we explained that Benjamin lets us know the difference between a king bee, that's Benjamin, and a worker bee, that's the rest of us who do all the, all the nitty-gritty work here. And just to point that out, Benjamin came in late, his fourth tardy of the season, put in a tough 45 seconds behind the mic and immediately asked, "Where's my food? Get me my burrito, for heaven's sakes." And he's now chomping away and as we speak. The grounds crew is done getting the field in tip-top condition in this just gem of a ballpark, and the ground crew makes it that way, because certainly it's not a gem of a ballpark in terms of the seats. The Crabs understand that. The city understands that. It's going to cost a lot of money to renovate it, but plans are underway and efforts are underway to get better seating for the ball games. We also blessed today to have the Harmonaires with us. They sang the national anthem before the opening game of the season, and I assume they're here to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Always great to have the Humboldt Harmonaires with us. The managers and the umps are exchanging lineup cards down at home plate, so let me give you the lineup first for the visiting Seattle Studs. Leading off in right field will be Landon Riker. Hitting second in center, Connor Savage. Batting third, the third baseman, Kyle Bowe. Hitting fourth at first base, Lauren Archibald. Hitting fifth in left field, Ryan Budnick. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, Brennan Hancock. The seventh hitter is shortstop Cam McGrath. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Kyle Sutherland. And hitting ninth at second base, Dylan Lavelle. On the mound for the Studs this afternoon is Clayton Goldfend, and we'll check to see if Mr. Goldfend was with the Studs last year. Gelfand. Gelfand. Okay, gotcha. For the Humboldt Crabs, leading off in left field will be Alex Aguiar. Hitting second and doing the catching will be Kyler Murphy. This is the first time we've seen Murphy behind the plate. Batting third in center field, Jeremiah Burks. Hitting cleanup at first base, Ryan Myers. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Devin Lehman. Hitting sixth in right field, Kyle Blakeman. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Kyle Callahan. Batting eighth at shortstop, Chase Fernland. Hitting ninth at third base, Alejandro Lara. And on the mound for the Crabs this afternoon will be Jeffrey Kirsten. Kirsten has been impressive in his first two outings with the Humboldt Crabs. He comes into the game with a record of 2 wins and no losses, and in 11-plus innings of work has only given up 1 earned run, so his earned run average is .69. And indeed, the clouds are burning off, and we got sun and we got blue sky, so it should be a fine afternoon for baseball, and we imagine that folks are going to continue to come into the park as they amble over from the Oyster Festival this afternoon. Crabs are being introduced to the crowd by the PA announcer, and we're going to be ready to go fairly soon. I understand that the crime dog, McGruff, the crime dog, will be throwing out the first pitch today. I don't know if Krusty the Crab's going to be out there to catch him, but the crime dog's going to throw out the first pitch, and we're going to have the Harmonaires prior to that, I assume, sing the national anthem and perhaps take me out to the ball game as well. The Seattle Studs have lined up along the first base line for the national anthem. The Crabs players are going out to their positions, and then those who are not starting will line up along the third base line for the anthem. The umpires for today's contest, it'll be Justin Islas calling balls and strikes. Michael Cowan will be at first base, and John Swanson will take care of duties at third base. So the players taking off their hats as the Harmonaires walk toward the pitcher's mound, and they will perform the national anthem. I hope they stick around to perform "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the Crabs' 7th inning for our stretch, 7th inning stretch. Harmonaires all decked out in their fine-looking Harmonaire costumes. And we'll get that to you in just a second. Putting the microphone out, Benjamin wiping the burrito off the microphone. There we go. And we're about ready. Okay, we're about ready. Lots of dead air here. Here we go. I hope we could pick that up on the microphone. There we go. All right. Humboldt Harmonaires with a wonderful version. I love harmony. Whether it's barbershop harmony or, groups like the Beach Boys who have that harmony.
Ladies and gentlemen, and a big thanks to security, advanced security.
Got a note, a
I'm
wonderful...
more of a cacophony fan myself.
Yeah. We got a wonderful note from Tammy Nakamoto. And Tammy thanked us for our broadcast. Very nice. Tammy's a mathematics professor at Humboldt State University. But she sent a little note, and I get my first E of the season. I mentioned to Alyssa, the owner of the Studs, that we had two Kyles and a Kyler on our team. And Tammy points out, well, that's true if you're talking about Kyles that start with K, but we also have a Kyle that starts with C. Our local pitcher, Kyle Watkins, who pitched for, there's the first pitch. McGruff does throw it to the catcher, but behind him was Krusty the Crab calling that pitch from McGruff, the crime dog, a strike. Anyhow, we do have three Kyles with a K. Kyler Murphy, who's in the lineup tonight, Kyle Blakeman, who's in the lineup tonight, and Kyle Callahan. They all begin their names with Kale, but Kyle Watkins' first name is spelled Cyle, and some people think that because his first name begins with C, that the name is pronounced Sile, thinking it's a soft C, but it is
Well, like
a hard
cycle.
C. Yeah, like cycle. But no, it's Kyle too. So we have three Kyles and a Kyler on the Crabs this summer, and a couple of Jacks too.
All right.
Also, I want to thank Sam Safier a local sound man who owns Universal Balance Production, came out to the ballpark to look at the sound system, see if he could fix it, and Sam has replaced the speakers with some of his. He also does sound at the Oyster Festival, and so we'll rent them for Sam for a week. Apparently the speakers on right next to us on the roof popped at a game at Eureka High. Someone said they heard it pop earlier in the week. And so it was getting all kinds of crackles. We can't tell it here because we got the phones on for the radio, and so we don't always hear what's going out into the crowd from the speakers. But apparently it was not very good, particularly yesterday, and it's fixed at least temporarily now. And we want to thank Sam Safier for, he got busy with the Oyster Festival today and still had time to have his people come over and set those speakers up for the Crabs this afternoon. Much appreciated. All right, Benjamin, we got ourselves another ball game, I do believe. These two teams are great competitors. And there's some kind of horseplay going on with the Seattle
That's the thing
Studs
where
now.
the two teams. I thought this was kind of passé now, but they won't leave the field until after the national anthem until the other team leaves first, and so there's always one guy on each team who refuses to leave.
Oh,
and
that's still
the
going
teammates
on?
have to go in and carry him off the field.
That's getting a little old, isn't it?
I thought it was old last year.
Yeah, it's, it's
Now
like
it's-
the wave.
Now it's aged.
Been there,
Yeah.
done that. Here we go. Landon Riker to lead it off for the Studs. Jeffrey Kirsten, the right-hander on the mound. He'll be throwing to Kyler Murphy behind the plate. Right-hander versus right-hander, and the first pitch of the ball game to Riker is a fastball that backs him off the plate, 1-0. Ryan Myers at first, Devin Lehman the second baseman, Chase Fernland at short, Alejandro Lara at third. The 1-0 pitch taken for a called strike at the knees, 1-1. In the outfield, Alex Aguiar in left, Jeremiah Burks in center, and Kyle Blakeman patrolling right field. 1-1 the count to Riker. The pitch is laced between third and short and into left field. A leadoff single for Landon Riker. Riker had a couple of hits in 5 at-bats last night. That'll bring up Connor Savage. Savage had a heck of a birthday yesterday. Savage got 4 base hits in a row, consecutive base hits. Ended up 4 for 5 on the evening. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch to him, he's bunted down to the third baseman. He's up with it. His only play is to first in time to get Savage. Credit Connor with a sacrifice bunt, and on the play, Riker moves into scoring position at second base. Kyle Bowe coming to the bat. Bowe 2 for 4 in last night's contest.
Third baseman, number 6, Kyle Bowe.
Bowe, right-handed hitter. Kirsten, back foot on the rubber. A check of the runner at second. He comes to the plate, and it's taken outside, 1-0. Kirsten gets the sign from Kyler Murphy. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Big cut, comes up empty on the fastball. It's 1-1. Kirsten at the belt. The 1-1 pitch bounces at the plate. Murphy blocks it, so there's no advance by Riker at second base, and the count is 2-1. Two and one to Bowe. The pitch. Strike called, outside corner at the belt with a fastball, and the count even at 2. Kirsten's 2-2 pitch. Outside and low, and the count goes full now. On deck, Lauren Archibald. Boy, he got a big 2-out, 2-run single in last night's ball game to put the Studs up 5-3.
That was the 4-run.
5th inning.
4-run 5th inning, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a biggie. The next pitch. Strike 3 called.
Bo knew it. He was
Fastball.
headed for the dugout.
Outside corner, and he was just frozen by that pitch. No complaints. He walks to the dugout. And here is Lauren Archibald, big left-handed hitting first baseman. Archibald 1 for 2 officially in last night's game. Check that, 1 for 3 with a walk. But the one hit was a big one. Up here in an RBI situation. Fastball just a bit inside, 1-0. Riker with good speed on at first base, so a hit to the outfield would likely draw first blood for the Studs. 1-0 the count. The right-hander Kirsten looks into Murphy for the sign. And he takes a little bit too long, and so the batter, Archibald, asks for time and is so awarded by Justin Islas, the home plate ump. Now we're ready. Archibald back in the batter's box, waves the lumber back and forth. Kirsten at the belt, a look back at second. He comes to the plate, and it's fouled straight back. The count, a ball and a strike. So did you make it to the Oyster Festival at all today?
I did.
Okay.
Took a lap around the plaza.
Pretty busy
Had a couple
over there, I
oysters.
imagine?
Had a couple of
Did you get
delicious
oysters?
oysters from the Humboldt-made booth.
Very good. The 1-1 pitch just misses outside. You know, sometimes those long lines are so long.
No, they weren't very long today.
Really?
The line I was in.
Huh. Well, that's good. 2-1 the count now to Archibald.
It's turning out to be a lovely day. It was overcast most of the morning, and then by the time I got here, as you can see, the
Sun comes
sun
out.
was starting to
you
come
just
out.
Somehow, it's magical what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Fastball is inside, 3-1. I mean, I was amazed they played last night when you weren't here. I thought they might call the game off.
Well, yeah. I assured them I'd be back.
Okay, well, that's probably what convinced them. 3-1 the count now to Archibald. Hitters count for their big left-handed hitting cleanup hitter. Jeffrey Kirsten to the plate, fouled back behind us. That was power versus power on the fastball, and the count now 2-2. The Redwood Empire Little League team is here today. And we certainly welcome them. It's great to see Little League clubs here, particularly when they wear their uniforms. I really get a kick out of that. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Archibald. And here's the pitch. It's lined foul past the first base coach. Hot shot out in front of that one. So we'll do it again, 3-2. Yeah, folks still coming into the park. Just underway. Runner at second with 2 gone in the top of the first inning. And the cleanup hitter, Lauren Archibald, facing a full count pitch from Karstens. Jeffries' pitch is taken.
Got
Strike
him.
3 at the knees for a called third strike. Archibald didn't care for the call, and that'll do it for the Studs in the first inning. No runs, there was a hit, no errors, and 1 left. And at the end of half an inning, it's the Studs, nothing, and the Crabs coming to bat. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Was this guy with you last year? No, was not.
He wasn't? He played for someone last year. It may not have been this team.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. On the mound, taking his warm-up pitches, is a gentleman named Clayton Goldfind. And he is making his first appearance for the Studs this season, as was the case in last night's ball game with Mitch Vido. Alex Aguiar, right-handed hitting left fielder to lead it off for the Crabs. Aguiar wears the number 1 on his red Crabs jersey. Goldfind rocks into the wind, and the first pitch is taken for a called ball, just a bit inside, 1-0 with a heater. Aguiar will be followed by Kyler Murphy and Jeremiah Burks. Kyle Sutherland flashes sign behind the plate. Goldfind comes home with a pitch, and it's a bit low, 2-0. Lauren Archibald is the first baseman. Dylan Lavelle at second. Cam McGrath is the shortstop. Kyle Bowe at third. The 2-0 pitch. Outside corner at the belt for a strike, 2-1. In the outfield, it's Ryan Budnick in left. Connor Savage, the center fielder. Landon Riker in right. 2-1 to the Crabs' leadoff hitter. Right-hander versus right-hander. The next pitch is hit high in the air to center field, but it's going to be playable on the grass, on the warning track, at the fence. Hauled in by Connor Savage for the first out.
Wynn caught that one.
Aguiar gave it a ride, and exactly. Benjamin said we do have a breeze blowing, and a pretty good breeze, and that helped carry that ball. I think Savage initially thought he was going to catch it before he got to the warning track. He ended up making the grab right at the fence. Here's Kyler Murphy, left-handed hitter, and Kyler takes a pitch inside, 1-0. Murphy comes into the ball game hitting .385. And the fastball just misses outside, 1-1. Check that, scoreboard has 2-0, and Liam is never wrong. So 2 balls and no strikes to Murphy.
He's only had 15 plate appearances.
Fouls that one off to the left and out of play.
And does not yet have an extra base hit.
The 2-1 offering. Kyler swings and lashes it into center field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Solid single. Went right up the middle. So the Crabs with a 1-out base hit and a runner at first, 1 down, and that will bring up Jeremiah Burks.
What do you say? He is batting .359. He has 5 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, which means he's slugging .744 coming into the game. And his 13 walks.
First pitch is high, 1-0.
Which also leads the club, give him an on-base percentage of .537.
Okay. Slow start.
And he doubled again last night, I noticed, in the box score.
Yeah, he had a couple hits last night, including a double. Just been punishing it. Mr. Punishment. The 1-0 to Jeremiah. That's in there for a called strike. Jeremiah looks at the birthday boy, Brad Morgan, flashing signs, third base coaching box. There's no box there now. Third base coaching area. 1-1 to Burks. Breaking ball inside corner for a called strike 2. So Goldfind to hell on account now. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Same pitch, but just a bit inside, 2-2. Murphy with good speed at first takes his lead. The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard into center field. Center fielder comes in and makes the catch at the belt. So again, a hard hit ball, but perfectly placed with Savage together in the liner for the second out. So Aguiar, a long looping fly ball to the wall in center field. Burks, a hard hit punishing line drive, but right at Savage. So the center fielder busy here in the first inning. Ryan Myers coming to the bat. Ryan leads the Crabs with 3 round trippers. And he hits that one a long way to center field. That one's
think we're
going to the warning track, to the wall.
Yes.
It is out of here. Ryan Myers puts the Crabs ahead 2-0.
Home run, Ryan Myers.
Opposite field. Got a fastball out over the plate.
Myers with his third home run of the campaign already.
Fourth.
Third.
Fourth. He hit a big one the night you weren't here.
Oh, my. 4 already. Well, Brian Blauser's record of 9 home runs
May be in jeopardy.
in a season could be in jeopardy. 4 already. Goodness gracious.
That was not hit as hard as the one he hit on Wednesday night.
Yeah. I'm not sure that one would have gone out without the wind.
I'm not sure it would have either.
But it was hit hard, so both
We'll take it.
Burks and Myers have hit the ball hard. Myers went over the wall. 2-0 Crabs, and here is Devin Lehman. The left-hander takes a pitch wide, 1-0. Lehman 10 hits in 24 at-bats, and he grounds that one foul at the plate. The count 1-1. Lehman 1 for 5 in last night's ball game. The pitch to him misses outside. 2-1. I believe I'm correct in saying the Crabs struck out 14 times last night.
Wow.
That's a lot. Pitch bounces at the plate, 3-1.
Surprisingly, they still managed to get 3 runs.
They got him early. Didn't score after the third inning. Had chances. Ball 4 inside with a fastball. So perhaps Goldfend, a little shaken up by the blast, 2-run blast by Myers, walks the next batter, Devin Lehman, who's now at first base with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Kyle Blakeman. Kyle did not play in last night's game, I believe. That is correct. Yeah, Kyle was not in the lineup last night.
Kyle comes in batting .293.
And the pitch to him waves and misses at a fastball, strike 1. Lehman held on at first base by Lauren Archibald. There are 2 outs in the Crabs' first inning. Lehman edges off a little further. Pitch is a curveball. That's hit in the air to right center field. The center fielder coming over the right fielder. The right fielder dives. He can't get it. Moving towards second base. The throw to second is not going to be in time. In standing is Kyle Blakeman. Devin Lehman motors around to third. The right fielder and center fielder both converged on it. The right fielder ended up making a dive for it and could not come up with it. Here is Kyle Callahan. Callahan, left-handed hitting, designated hitter for tonight's or today afternoon's ball game.
He's only had 13 plate appearances. He's got 1 hit and 9 at-bats.
All right, big chance to pick up a couple of more runs here. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Callahan lines it into right field. That's a base hit. That's going to score 1. Here comes 2. 2-run single by Callahan, and the Crabs have gone up 4-0 here in the first inning. Perfect time to come up with his second base knock of the season. And the Crabs have plated 4 against Clayton Goldfend here in the first inning. Shortstop Chase Fernland coming to the bat. He is the 8th hitter to come up for Robin Guyver's Crabs in the first inning.
Your shortstop, number 3, Chase Fernland.
Fernland coming in batting .143.
First pitch to him is a curveball taken for a called strike 1. From the set, the pitch to Fernland, that's in there too. Another fine curveball. It's 0-2. Callahan leads at first, modest lead. Fastball misses wide, 1-2 to Fernland. The Crabs have tallied more in the first inning tonight than they were able to plate 9 innings in last night's ball game. The 1-2 pitch. Fernland checks his swing, and it's inside with a breaking ball, 2-2. Goldfind at the rest, the 2-2 pitch. Misses low and away with a fastball. Kyle Callahan will be off now on the 3-2 pitch to Chase Fernland. Goldfind set. The payoff pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. Second walk given up by Goldfind, and now the Crabs with runners at first and second, 2 down. And Alejandro Lara coming up.
Alejandro Lara, I think his first game was Wednesday night.
Lara had a good day yesterday. He was 3 for 5 with a run driven in.
Yeah, that gives him 4 hits and 12 at-bats.
Next up, number 28, third baseman, Alejandro Lara.
So Alejandro Lara.
In fact, it was his grounder, I believe, that ended the game on Thursday night. The one that the opposing team
turned a double play on.
The Blues were not able to turn a double play. Had they been able to turn a double play, the game would have continued, but they couldn't turn a double play, and the runner scored from third.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Pitch is taken low and outside with a fastball, 1-0. Callahan on at second. Fernland at first, 2 outs. 4 already across in the Crabs' first inning. All right, slight delay. Now we're ready to go. 1-0 the count now to Alejandro Lara. The pitch. High pop up to the right in foul territory. First baseman's got room, and he gloves it for the third out. However, the Crabs come up with 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 1 inning, it's the Crabs 4 and the Studs nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to Humboldt Mortgage. Humboldt Mortgage has been committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will get it done. Call Bob Lawton at 445-3027. All right. Top of the second inning, Crabs up by 4, and here's Hoke.
Thank you, Benjamin. Ryan Budnick, right-handed hitting left fielder to lead it off against Jeff Kirsten, excuse me. And Jeffrey's first pitch is a strike called outside corner just above the knees, 0-1. See Crabs photographer Matt Filar down there taking some pictures. One of the Crabs photographers. We actually have 2. Excuse me swing, fouled it off over by the Eric Fraser also takes a lot of pictures for the Humboldt Crabs. No balls and 2 strikes to Budnick. He'll be followed by Brennan Hancock and then Cam McGrath. Kirsten ahead 0-2. And the pitch. Fastball away, 1-2. The 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. High pop-up in foul ground. Third baseman coming over. He's got room, and Lara makes the catch for the first out. I don't know if it's me, Benjamin. It seems to me that Chase Fernland is playing as deep a shortstop as I've seen.
That's a good point. Yeah, he is way back on the grass.
And Lehman at second base, too, is right on the edge of the grass there. Now he's on the grass, too. All right. Left-handed hitting, Hancock swings at the first pitch and gets a little piece of it back onto the screen. Strike 1. Jeffrey, a pretty quick worker, and Kirsten's next pitch just misses outside, 1-1. Hancock serving as the DH in today's ball game. Last night he was at first base and was 1 for 4. Fastball just a bit inside, 2-1. Oh, it's beautiful now at the ballpark. Perfect day for baseball. The 2-1 pitch is hit high and deep to center field. Burks is back to the warning track, leaps up, he can't get it, it's off the wall. Rounding second and heading for third is Hancock. The throw in is not going to be in time. He slides into third base with a triple. A good effort by Burks. He leaped and just couldn't come up with it. So Hancock, a 3-base hit.
That was another ball. It looked like it just kept drifting, and Burks was just never able to really catch up with it.
Nope. Yeah, the wind is definitely a factor today. It's the first time we can say that in a little while. But it is helping balls that are hit to the outfield.
Next up, shortstop, number 19.
Here's Cam McGrath, right-handed hitting a shortstop. McGrath did not play in last night's ball game. Right-hander versus right-hander, the pitch. McGrath fouls it off the screen, strike 1. McGrath hitting .400 on the season, 12 for 30. 1 home run and 7 driven across. The next pitch to him is punched to the second baseman, caught in the air by Lehman for the second out. Just a little soft liner that Lehman gathered in. That's a big out because now it'll take a base hit to bring Hancock home from third base, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting catcher, Kyle Sutherland. Sutherland did not play in last night's ball game. Left-handed hitter waving the lumber back and forth. Kirsten working from the stretch with the runner at third, and his pitch. Breaking ball taken low, 1-0. With 2 outs, Crab infield back all the way around. The 1-0. Hit hard to left field. Going toward the line, coming in and making a running catch is Aguiar for the third out. So Sutherland hit it hard the opposite way, but Aguiar, who's got some speed, zipped over to make the catch. No runs, 1 hit, and that runner stranded stranded at third. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's still the Crabs 4 and the Studs nothing. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Thanks to Slice of Humble Pie, whether you want a chicken pot pie made from scratch or a decadent slice of chocolate soaked pie, Slice of Humble Pie will satisfy any craving. Open every day. Crabs fans and players get 10% off on Mondays just by wearing your Crabs gear. That's Slice of Humble Pie, located at 828 I Street at Bittersweet. You can also order a pie online.
Have you ever had their chicken pot pie?
I have not.
It's nice.
I
Very
had
nice.
the coconut cream last night, however, and it was delicious.
Yum. We got those at the ballpark now, too.
Yeah.
We're serving them at the ballpark. Alex Aguilar started the Crabs off in the first inning by flying out deep to center field. And the first pitch to him is a fastball away, 1-0. Clayton Goldfint touched up for 4 runs in the Crabs' first inning. The 1-0 pitch to Aguilar is grounded up the middle. Second baseman behind the bag's got it. Throw to first base is going to be away from the first baseman and safe on the play as Aguilar. I think we're going to give him an infield single on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, his speed would have beaten even a good throw to the bag. So Aguilar with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Kyler Murphy, who singled and scored the first of 4 runs that the Crabs tallied in the top of the first inning. They sent 9 men to the plate and scored 4 of them. Kyler Murphy, in his first game as a catcher for the Humboldt Crabs, now have seen 3 Crabs behind the plate. Fastball is taken high, throw back to first base. Not in time to get Aguilar. We've seen Nwia, Hasse, and now Kyler Murphy in the squat behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch, runner goes. The pitch is inside, no throw to second base. So Aguilar already with 2 steals on the season. In scoring position at second base, and the count 2 balls and no strikes to Murphy. I think I'm right in saying 2 steals. Maybe more.
You're right. That's his second.
And he has not been caught.
He has not. Crabs as a team now have 14 against 3 caught stealing.
At the set, Goldfin comes to the plate. Murphy takes a fastball a bit low, 3-0. Goldfin walked a couple of batters in the first inning. The 3-0. Inside with a fastball, 4 consecutive balls, and the Crabs now with runners at first and second, nobody out, and Jeremiah Burks at the bat. He hit a shot, but right at his counterpart, Connor Savage, in the first inning.
Well, the Studs are on the verge of getting blown out early here in this game.
Goldfin at the set, and the pitch. Curveball, a nice slow breaking ball taken by Burks for a called strike 1.
Burks gets a hold of one, gets it up in that jet stream.
Whoa, boy.
You'll never see it again.
May never come down. The pitch, breaking ball, and a slow curve again in there for a high strike, 0-2. Crab runners take their leads at first and second. The 0-2 to Burks. In the dirt, a good block by Sutherland. It's 1-2. One and 2 to Burks. Goldfin comes to the plate. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman lets it come off his glove, and everybody's going to be safe. So an error on the third baseman, and the Crabs have now loaded the bases with nobody out. And here's Ryan Myers, who homered in his first at bat.
Crustaceans, that's right. Next up, number 20, first baseman, Ryan Myers.
So the bases are FOC for Ryan Myers, already with 4 home runs on the season. The pitch to Ryan swings through a breaking ball, strike 1.
One thing he doesn't have yet is a grand slam.
Well, no time like the present.
That's what I think.
0-1 to count to Ryan Myers. Working from the stretch, Goldfin comes to the plate with a breaking ball outside, 1-1. Might want to stay away from feeding Myers a fastball at this point. I think he's better off with that slow stuff. The 1-1 to Ryan. That was a fastball, but it missed outside, 2-1.
Ooh, and as he gets behind in the count, too, he's digging himself in deeper and deeper.
Crabs trying to absolutely break this one open early.
We know where to put Myers if you groove one to him.
From the set.
We know what happens.
The 2-1 pitch, way outside, ball 3.
Ooh.
So Myers homered for a couple of RBIs in his last at bat. He's now in a position to get an RBI the easy way with ball 4. The count 3-1, so a perfect hitter's count for Myers here. Goldfin at the set. The 3-1 pitch misses badly, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Myers gets his third run batted in. Aguiar touches home plate, and Murphy and Burks move up 90 feet. The bases remain loaded for Devin Lehman.
I'm a little disappointed, I have to say. I was
counting on the grand
hoping
slam
he'd
there.
groove one.
Here's Lehman. Devin walked in his first at bat. Still no activity in the Studs bullpen. The pitch to Lehman is taken for a called strike 1. Swings and a ground ball right back to the pitcher. He's up with it, tosses it
nice play.
to the catcher, and the force is made at home plate for the out. So a little swinging bunt by Lehman. He's safe at first base. Burks cut down at the plate. Murphy cut down at the plate. Burks moves to third and Myers to second. So the Crabs continue to have the bases loaded here with one out, and that'll bring up Kyle Blakeman. Blakeman with a big double in the first inning. Right-handed hitting right fielder at the bat. Crab runners take their leads. Goldfin's pitch misses outside, 1-0. Bases jammed, one out. One already in this inning to make it 5-0 Crabs. At the set. The pitch to Blakeman. Swing and a miss. He was going for downtown, but he comes up empty, and the count even at 1. Right-hander versus right-hander. Goldfin looks into Sutherland for the sign, comes to the rest. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back, a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Blakeman. Corner infielders are in. They'll come to the plate if they get a ground ball. Middle infielders looking for 2. They're back. The 1-2 to Blakeman. Popped in the air. Foul territory. First baseman comes in and makes the catch. He was jammed on that fastball. So Blakeman pops to the first baseman. That's a big out. And now it'll take a base hit to pick anyone else up. And Kyle Callahan already has a single in the ball game, driving in a pair in his last at bat. So Kyle, a chance for more here. Callahan, left-handed hitter. Goldfin trying to work out of this jam. There's a ground ball up the middle over pitcher's mound and into center field.
Right.
2 runs are coming in on another 2-out single by Callahan. So Kyle has picked up 4 runs batted in 2 innings, and the Crabs have now leapt out to a 7-0 lead. Lehman stopping at second base, so the Crabs with runners at first and second, 2 down, and Chase Fernland at the bat. Chase walked in his first plate appearance. Goldfin's pitch. Fernland hits a high fly ball into left. It's playable. Left fielder Budnick camping under it, and he gloves it for the third out. However, the Crabs come up with 3 more runs on two hits. There was an error and 2 left. And at the end of 2 innings, it's the Crabs 7 and the Studs nothing. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcata, Eureka. All right.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to the Big Blue Cafe. Join him at Arcata's favorite cafe on the Arcata Plaza, 846 G Street, serving breakfast all day and lunch from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Everything's fresh. Everything's delicious. Try them once. You'll go back again and again. That's Big Blue Cafe on the Arcata Plaza. Crabs with a luxurious 7-0 lead. And here's Hoke.
Sweeter than honey. Worth more than money. 7 runs in 2 innings. Nice. For Jeffrey Kirsten, who's only allowed 1 earned run all season. The big right-hander throws a fastball inside to Dylan Lavelle, making his first plate appearance of the series. Right-handed hitting second baseman, and then we'll go to the top of the order after Dylan. The next pitch is fouled off to the right and well out of play. Out in the picnic area. Who's picnicking with us this afternoon? It'll give us all that good information. What is it? Advanced security system. They were passing out seat cushions for the first, several hundred fans at the park this afternoon. Fastball is wide, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to Lavelle. The next pitch is fouled straight back. Just got a piece of it. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Lavelle, leading off the Studs' 3rd inning. They're on the short end of a 7-0 game. A high pop-up on the left side of the infield. Third baseman coming in is Alejandro Lara, and he gloves it for the first out of the inning. Now we go to Landon Riker, who led off the ball game with a single, was sacrificed to second, and then Jeffrey Kirsten shut him down by striking out the third and fourth hitters in the Studs lineup. Kirsten has given up a pair of base hits, a single and a booming triple. Fastball is taken at the knees for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch at the knees. 0-2. Kirsten gets the sign from Murphy, and his 0-2 pitch just a bit outside, 1-2. The 0-2 misses wide. Riker had a notion wisely held up, and the count 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into deep left center field. Going back is the left fielder, the center fielder, and it is
off the base of the fence.
Off the base of the fence. Rounding second and heading for third. Here comes the relay throw. It's not going to be in time.
Second triple of the afternoon for the Studs.
A 3-base hit to the deepest part of the ballpark, 394. And Riker, with some speed, motored all the way around to third. Their second triple, as Benjamin mentioned in the afternoon, they had one in the second inning with one out, and that's what they've done here in the third, and that'll bring up Connor Savage, left-handed hitter.
This is shaping up to be my kind of ball game.
We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Line drive into left center field. That's a base hit, and that will score a Riker for the first run of the ball game for the Studs. And Connor Savage continues a sizzling weekend. He is 5 for 6 officially. Now, it was okay to have him have a really great day on his birthday yesterday, but let's not make it a birthday weekend here. There's a limit to our hospitality at the Arcata Ballpark, to visiting teams, that is, not to fans.
An extreme limit.
Yeah. Here's Kyle Bowe, and he takes a pitch at the belt for a called strike one.
I was lobbying not to even provide water at one point.
Starve them to death. Here's the 0-1. Curveball is lined over second base and into center field. Rounding second and holding there is Savage. This ball is gotten back quickly by Jeremiah Burks. 3 consecutive base hits now off of Kirsten here in the third inning. A triple, a single, and another single. And that'll bring up cleanup hitter Lauren Archibald, who was caught looking in his first at bat.
Next up, first baseman, number 33, Lauren Archibald.
Again, Archibald, one of the big hitting heroes in last night's ball game for the Studs. And he can put them right back into this ball game with a big swing right here. Kirsten's pitch, high and wide with a fastball, 1-0. Archibald, southpaw swinger. The 1-0 pitch. That's fouled off to the left and out of play, 1-1. A batter-friendly breeze at the ballpark this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping the crowd comfortable, causing the pitchers some concern. The 1-1. Just a bit outside, 2-1. Savage at second, Bowe at first. As the Studs try and fight back from a 7-0 deficit. They've already scored one. It's 7-1 now. The next pitch is high and wide with a fastball. 3-1, so he's one ball away from loading the bases. And a good hitter's count for Archibald. Power hitter count with 3-1 and the wind blowing out. Kirsten gets the sign from Murphy. The 3-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Flash foul, hit hard foul just by the first base coach, so the count now goes full. We'll see if the Studs send their runners, Savage and Bowe, on this 3-2 pitch. Kirsten is set. The runner at third goes a line drive into center field for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Coming in to score easily is Savage, who took off with the pitch. Stopping at second is Bowe, and 4 consecutive base hits off Jeffrey Kirsten, and it's now a 7-2 ball game. Ryan Budnick coming to the bat. He popped up to Alejandro Lara in the first inning. Excuse me, to start off the second inning.
Free stuff today for the first 100 fans. Big thank you to them. At the plate, number 34, Ryan Budnick.
All right, here we go.
Here's Budnick. So Benjamin called for a
Some rock'em sock'em baseball.
called for a slugfest, and we're on our way. Curveball is taken for a called strike one. Kirsten now in a jam. Runners at first and second and one out. The pitch. Fastball inside, 1-1. Kirsten reads Murphy at the belt. The 1-1 pitch. Just a bit inside, 2-1. Budnick with an open stance. The 2-1 pitch. A beauty right down the pike. 2-2 with the fastball. It's even the count. 2-2 to Budnick. Brennan Hancock, the designated hitter who had a booming triple in his first at bat, is on deck. Kirsten's 2-2 pitch. High pop up into shallow left field. Left fielder coming in is Aguiar. He is under it and he makes the catch for the second out. A sky-high pop into shallow left for the second out of the inning, and that's a big one. With 2 down, that will bring up Brennan Hancock, who tripled with 1 out in the second inning and was stranded. Bo at second. Archibald at first. The pitch. In there for a called strike. Fastball at the belt, 0-1. Kirsten Sad. The 0-1.
Oh, nice pitch.
Pulled the string, changed up, and had Hancock way out in front. It's 0-2.
He's going to see that pitch again.
He's got a chance to play now with the 0-2 count. Fouled off. Back to the screen. Left-handed hitting designated hitter Brennan Hancock. Trying to pick up his mates at first and second for the Studs, who trail 7-2 here in the top of the third. Kirsten takes a little bit too long. Now the batter's back in the batter's box, and Kirsten at the belt, and the pitch. Again, fouled back. He got jammed on that one. So we'll do it again, 0-2. Lots of base runners last night. We're seeing the same thing this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch. It bounces at the dirt, and the runners are going to move up 90 feet. So now we got 2 men in scoring position with 2 down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 to Hancock. Kirsten going to work from the stretch with the runners at second and third. The 1-2 to Hancock. Jammed him, and it's fouled back onto the screen. So Hancock staying alive, fouling off some good pitches. At the set. The 1-2 from Kirsten. In the dirt, a good block by Kyler Murphy, and it's 2-2. Of course, with 2 outs, the infield is back all the way around. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Big strikeout, and the Studs strand 2. However, they score a pair of runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 2.5, it's now the Crabs 7 and the Studs 2. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka.
It's time for the water balloon toss. And Giovanna
Struck him out, right?
Yeah.
Blew
it by him.
Crabs number 24, Andrew Najib Rush. Antonio against Crabs number 26, Jay Wagner.
All right.
Team 3 is Isaiah against Jack Prowl, with Jack Prowl. Team 4 is Wyatt for number 39, Jack McCarthy. Count off with me as they do the water balloon toss. And they're armed, and they're ready. The bucket is making the turns to each team. And they go. 1, 2,
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to the Arcata Scoop. Try their homemade organic super premium ice creams and sorbets. Find their daily flavors posted on their Facebook page. That's the Arcata Scoop, located at 1068 I Street in Arcata. They're open noon to 10:30 every day except Tuesdays. Alejandro Lara to lead it off in the bottom of the third for the Crabs. They're up 7-2. Here's Hoke.
Thanks, Benjamin. Laura popped up to the first baseman, Lauren Archibald, to end the first inning. And Goldfin's pitch to him is hit hard into left center field. Center fielder backing up. He's got room, and he's got it about 5 feet in front of the warning track. So Laura, first pitch swinging, skies to center, one down. Now we go to the top of the order, and Alex Aguiar. Alex flew out to center to open the Crabs' first inning, and in the second inning, he opened up the inning with a single, stole second, and came around to score. One of three runs tallied by the Crabs in the second inning. The first pitch to him is outside, 1-0. Crabs sent 9 men to the plate in the first inning to score 4. They sent 8 men to the plate in the second inning to score 3. Breaking ball is in for a called strike. 1-1 to Aguiar. Crabs leading 7-2 in the home half of the third. Clayton Goldfend rocks into the wind and the pitch. Breaking ball just a bit inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Fastball almost hit him. Backs him off the plate. It's 2-1. I hope you're planning to be with us tomorrow. Father's Day, always a big day at the ballpark. Game time at 12:30 to wrap up this 3-game set with the Seattle Studs. There's a, foul ball.
Fastball, on the hands.
Yeah.
He didn't mean to swing at it.
He was trying to get out of the way. A one bouncer to birthday boy Morgan in the third base coaching area. It's 1-2 now to Aguiar, the leadoff hitter for the Crabs. The pitch misses wide. Ball 4, so Aguiar with a walk. How many walks have we received in this ball game?
That is the fourth, I believe. Fifth.
Next up, the catcher, number 6, Kyler Murphy.
Kyler Murphy has received one of those free passes. He has singled and walked, and he takes a look down to Brad Morgan to see if they got a play on here. Lauren Archibald holding Alex Aguiar on at first. The pitch. Foul ball off to the left and out of play, strike 1. Aguiar has already stolen one base. Did not draw a throw on that occasion. Had a great jump. 0-1 to Kyler Murphy. The pitch. Kyler lines it into right field, and that's going to be played on a hop there by Riker. Stopping at second base is Aguiar, and now the Crabs with runners at first and second and only one out here in the third inning, and that'll bring up Jeremiah Burks.
Due up center fielder, number 8, Jeremiah Burks.
Jeremiah 0 for 2 officially. He was on base in the second inning as a result of an error.
That was a big error, too.
That was the third baseman's error, as I recall.
Yes, it was.
Breaking ball taken for a called strike, 0-1 to Jeremiah Burks. Aguiar at second, Murphy at first. Crabs trying to add to their 7-2 lead. From the stretch, Goldfin's pitch hits him. Burks trots down to first base. That was a curveball that didn't. Hit him on the rump. So if you got to be hit by a pitch, that's the place to get it with the pitch to get it, not a fastball around the bone. So a walk, a single, and a hit by pitch, and with one out, Myers comes to the bat with the bases F-O-C full of crustaceans. The pitch to him, swing and a miss. He was going for downtown.
He's going for that grand slam.
Myers has already driven across 3, a 2-run homer, and he walked to force in a run in his last at bat. The 0-1 to Myers. Grounds it foul over by the dugout. That was cued off the end of the bat over by the dugout of the visiting Studs. So Goldfind Ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes to the Crabs cleanup hitter, Ryan Myers. From the set, the pitch, fouled back, big cut, got a little bit jammed on that pitch. We'll do it again, no balls and 2 strikes. Aguiar at third, Murphy at second, Burks at first with 1 down. From the set, Goldfin's pitch, swing and a miss, got him to chase a pitch that was outside. Excuse me. Big strikeout for Goldfin. And now it'll be up to Devin Lehman to see if the Crabs can cash in all those base runners. Lehman 0 for 1 officially. He walked in the first inning and hit into a fielder's choice in his last at bat. 2 outs, bases jammed. The pitch to Lehman, way outside, 1-0. No action in the Studs bullpen. Goldfin trying to work out of a big jam here. The 1-0 pitch to Lehman, swings and fouls it at the plate, 1-1. Ball and a strike to Lehman. From the set, Goldfin's 1-1 pitch. Misses with a breaking ball outside, 2-1. Goldfin works from the stretch. And the 2-1 pitch. Over but low, 3-1. Now there's no place to put Devin Lehman. He's looking for an easy RBI like Ryan Myers got in the second inning. 3-1, hitters count. Bases juiced, 2 down. The pitch. Swings and grounds it on 1 hop to the second baseman. It's off his glove and into right field. 1 run comes in. Here comes the second run, and the Crabs have gotten back the 2 they surrendered in the top of this inning. A big error on Dylan Lavelle. Looked like an inning-ending grounder, but instead it plated Aguiar and Murphy. Burke scooted over to third, and the Crabs with runners at the corners and 2 outs, and they now lead by a score of 9-2.
Wow, errors have really hurt the Studs today.
Looked like he was going to get out of it with no damage.
4 unearned runs.
Here is Kyle Blakeman, a double in 2 trips. Big right-handed hitter facing Goldfin. The pitch, low and away, 1-0. A little stirring now in the Studs bullpen. I haven't seen anyone actually start to throw, but it looks like there's some movement out there. The 1-0 to Blakeman. Kyle takes a slow breaking ball for a called strike. Burks at third, Lehman at first. 2 outs. And the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's up with it. He'll go to second for the force on Lehman, and that'll do it for the Crabs in the third inning. However, they come up with 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error and 2 left, and at the end of 3 complete, it's the Crabs 9 and the Studs 2. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480, Arcata, Eureka. Okay. What have we read here?
Yeah, I did the scoop. That's the last one I did. Right. Alrighty. Well.
Harper Motors has been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. Check out all the latest models, new and used, like the new F-150 truck, F-150 truck, and the 2017 C-Max Energy Compact car that gets 88 miles to the gallon. Look for the Carousel 2 miles north of Eureka or visit us online at harpermotors.com. And Harper Motors is donating $50 to District 26 Little League for every home run the Crabs hit this season. All right, here we go into the top of the fourth inning for all the action. Everybody's favorite professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Hoke. Cam McGrath to lead it off for the Studs, trailing 9-2 in the top of the fourth inning. Errors and walks have been the Studs' undoing this afternoon. Here's the first pitch from Jeffrey Kirsten. It's a fastball that misses inside and goes all the way to the backstop. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Studs. 9 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Crabs trying to even the 3-game series. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Did you say 4 of the Crabs runs are unearned?
I did.
Wow. All right.
The 1-1. High hopper out to short. Fernlin, nice high hop, throws him out. So 1 away. Here's Sutherland. Fly to left in his first at bat.
Left fielder, number 7, Kyle Sutherland.
Sutherland, a left-handed hitter against the right-hander Kirsten. Kirsten came into the game with a 2-0 record. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there to knees for a called strike. He's well on his way. It's early, though, to win number 3. It's early and the wind is blowing out.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Foul tipped, and the count's now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. High in the air and foul and out of play.
And now we do have a right-hander limbering up in the Studs bullpen.
The 0-2 fastball in there at the knees. Called strike 3. Sutherland knew it. He heads back to the dugout without number 2. Here's Lavelle, popped to third in his first at bat.
Next up, second baseman, number 16, Dylan Lavelle.
4th strikeout of the afternoon for Jeffrey.
And the first pitch to Dylan Lavelle is a fastball fouled up against the screen. No balls and a strike, the count. A lovely day at the ballpark, a full house, more or less. Seats are packed. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses high and inside, 1-1. Tomorrow is going to be a big crowd, I expect, Hoke.
Daddy's
Day,
always a good crowd for Daddy's Day.
Nope. 1-1 is popped high in the air. Shallow center field. Burke's coming in a few steps. He's under it, and he has it for out number 3. A quick inning for the Studs. They go in order. And at the end of 3.5, it's 9-2 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
All right. Time to thank the California Credit Union. At California State and Federal Employees Credit Union, we are all local, all Humboldt, and all the time. We offer free checking with no balance or transaction requirements. Plus, we have low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. Give us a call at 800-440-8662. Join today for free and start enjoying the many benefits of credit union membership. And the folks from California State and Federal Employees Credit Union were with us last night for a picnic in right field. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Here's Benjamin.
Thanks, Hope. Bottom of the order for the Crabs, Callahan, Furlan, and Lara. They're up 9-2. Clayton Gelfand. I think it's Gelfand. Gelfand. Gelfand is out on the mound for his fourth inning of work. The first pitch is down low, 1-0. A big swing there from Callahan. It's 1-1. Callahan is 2 for 2 today. A couple of hits. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Studs. 9 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Crabs. Here's the 1-1, and there's a hopper foul over towards the Studs dugout.
Got a very symmetrical scorecard. Crabs sent 9 men to the plate and scored 4 in the first inning, 8 men to the plate and scored 3 in the second inning, 7 men to the plate and scored 2 in the third.
The 1-2. High in the air and foul and out of play. So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Callahan. And the next pitch, high in the air, right field and deep. That is going to be long gone. Adios, muchacho. That is off the light standard in right field. Hooey. No question about that one.
Well, Harper Motors has been in business for over 100 years.
Maybe their last year.
This could be their last year, the way the Crabs are hitting home runs, and Harper Motors paying $50 to the Little League, District 26 Little League, for each round tripper the Crabs hit.
10-2 now in favor of the Crabs. There was no doubt about that one, Hope.
Kyle Callahan came into this game with, I think, 1 hit and 9 at-bats. He's singled twice and homered in this game. His average has gone up considerably.
Yes, it has. Here's Fernlund. Takes a fastball inside for a called strike, I think. Fernlund has walked and flied to left, so he's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and it's in the dirt. 1-1. The 1-1. High hopper in the hole on the left side. Backhanded by the shortstop. Throw from deep in the hole is in time. Nice play.
What a great
by
play.
Cam McGrath to just get Furlan hustling down the line. 1 away.
So Fernland's counterpart took a base hit away from him.
Yes, he did. Very close play, but he got him. So here's Alejandro Lara, 0 for 2, fouled out to first in his first at-bat and then flied to center in his second at-bat. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch, and he pops one high in the air on the right side. First baseman, catcher, pitcher giving chase, and it'll be the first baseman, Archibald, to put it away in foul territory for out number 2. So that's the second time he's fouled out to the first baseman this afternoon. And with 2 away, we'll go back to the top of the order. Here's Aguilar.
Noel.
Aguilar.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me his name was Noel. I was like, that's a string.
Sing a Christmas song if you'd like.
Aguilar has flied to center, singled and scored, and then walked and scored. He takes a breaking pitch inside. It's 1-0. Also stole a base. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And he hammers that one foul into the left field picnic area. So a ball and a strike is the count now. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. Breaking pitch hits him on the back. So Aguilar will go down to first. Second hit batter of the afternoon by Clayton Gelfand.
Again, it was not with the fastball. It was not intentional. Probably didn't even get any little bobo from that one. But he dropped down to first base. It's a technical medical term, bobo. You may know it as an owie.
I don't think I do. Here's Murphy. Murphy today has singled twice and walked. He's also scored a couple of runs. Aguiar over at first. He takes his lead. Here's the pitch, and he hits that one hard but foul. Yanked over towards the Studs dugout.
Got to anchor everything down in the booth this afternoon.
Yeah,
the wind's coming
blowing
up here
in the
as
booth.
well.
Here's the 0-1, and he takes a fastball high. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Aguiar over at first. Crabs are up 10-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses low. Two and one. Aguiar takes his lead, and the pitch way outside, 3-1. I doubt Aguiar is stealing with the Crabs up by 8. That's generally not considered very good sportsmanship when you have a lead that size.
That's true. That's so.
Here's the 3-1, and it's down low. He's not going to have to steal because he'll move to second on the walk to Murphy. Murphy has walked twice today. Boy, that is what, the 6th walk? And he's got, I think, 6 walks and 2 hit batters. And I can't believe that Gelfand is long for this game after that.
Well, to be honest, I was surprised he came out this inning.
I am too. So first and second now with 2 outs. Here's Burks. Line to center, a board on an area, takes a huge cut and comes up empty. And then was hit by a pitch. He's also scored a run. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and he takes down and in, 1-1. The 1-1, breaking pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2.
Yeah, I think if I were pitching to Jeremiah Burks, I would stay away from the number 1. I'd use a lot of slow stuff, a lot of off-speed stuff, a lot of breaking stuff.
The 1-2, there it is, and he reaches out and loops it into left field. That's going to drop. Here comes Aguiar. He will score to make it 11-2 in favor of the Crabs. He just reached down and used his wrists to loft that one into shallow left field. Some fine hitting by Jeremiah Burks.
Yeah, I mean, he was actually fooled on the pitch.
Yeah.
And yet was able to muscle it into left field. You're right, fine hitting. And I think that's finally going to be it for Clayton Goldfand. He was treated rudely by the Humboldt Crabs this afternoon. And you are going to have those kind of days.
I'm not.
No, you're all nothing but good. Who we got coming in here? Looks like a big right-hander. We'll see if we can get some information on the young man once we find out who it is.
11-2, by the way, now in favor of the Crabs. They have 9 hits on the game.
Liam has his
Who is it?
field glasses out. Number 25 here, if we can find that on the...
Graham Bailey.
All right.
Graham Bailey.
Graham Bailey. All right, and I will check out Mr. Bailey and see if we have some information on him.
The line on Gelfand, and brace yourselves, it's not pretty. 3 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 9 hits, 11 runs. This says a 10 were earned, but that's not right. There 6 were earned. 7 were earned, actually. And he has 6 walks and 1 strikeout. He gave up 2 home runs.
Well, I still have questions about these the statistics for the Seattle Studs because all the pitchers they bring in are not on their statistical sheet. They're on the roster, but there's no statistics. So are we seeing the first game of all these ringers that are being brought
Isn't
in by
that
the
an
studs?
interesting hypothesis?
It's not his first game. Well, I don't see him. Alyssa tells us that it's not his first game, but I don't see him listed here. Graham Bailey. Tell me if you see a Graham Bailey. I do not see him.
Graham Bailey. I do not see Graham Bailey on the pitcher stats.
All right, the right-hander coming into the ball game, and he will face Ryan Myers.
Yeah, he's going to face Myers here with Murphy at second and Burks at first. 2 runs have come in here in the 4th inning for the Crabs, and they're up 11-2 now. Myers has homered, walked, and struck out. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away.
Yeah, relievers come in and often want to get that first strike. So they're going to throw the hard one. And that's the kind of pitch Ryan Myers is looking for. Give me one of those, Meat.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. It's 1-1. Myers does not get cheated.
No. He has a healthy cut.
He does not. Does not hold up very well.
The all-time guy with that kind of cut was Giacomini.
That's right.
Giacomini swung out of his shoes with each swing.
Each swing. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. High in the air, foul territory, right side, drifting towards the bullpen, and it's a foul ball. I lost track of it behind the padding and the fencing.
I saw it, and I thought your foul call was brave, because that thing looked like it was going to be perhaps blown back
towards fair territory.
It did not. It was not foul by much. I'd say a couple of feet max. The wind is a factor
yes,
today.
Yes, it is for sure. Oh, it's whipping out there. Yeah, I mean, when you can hear it in the booth, when it's blowing papers in the booth, you know it's a windy day. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Sutherland.
We ask that you not stand so close to the net. Just look out for your safety. Thank you.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Whoa, it's over his head and caught by Sutherland. Good job to come out of the crouch to grab that one. So the count now is full to Ryan Myers with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Runners go. Ball 4. That's going to load him up. Well, gee, Gelfand could have done that.
Here's Devin Lehman. He wants to join the hit parade. He is 0 for 2. Leading the
Although
Crabs
he's been aboard 3 times, but he's 0 for 2. He's also scored a run.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Bases loaded. And the pitch to Lehman is a grounder out to short. Should end the inning. He shovels over to second for the force. Inning over. But the Crabs get a couple of runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 left. And at the end of 4, Crabs are up 11-2. This is dominant Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark.
Again, we want to welcome the Redwood Empire Little League team. Sent 11 youngsters out to be with us today. And the kids and coaches have free Little League tickets to use at the ticket window, thanks to Blue Lake Casino for donating $250 for these Little Leaguers to come as paid admissions. And we thank
That's great.
We thank Blue Lake Casino. Does a lot for the Crabs. All right, here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Crabs in a runaway.
Top of the order, Riker, Savage, and Bow for the Studs. Here's the pitch, and Riker takes a fastball high. Riker is 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. One wonders if he may be related to Will Riker, the second in command of the Starship Enterprise in the 27th century.
Maybe a distant relative.
Distant relative. 1-0 the count.
Uh-oh.
High in the air in left field and deep and gone, I believe.
No.
Yep. Freeway ball. Home run for Riker.
Oh, my.
So if he hits a double today, he'll have the cycle.
Wow.
He's a single. You got a single, a home run now, and a triple. And it's 11-3 in favor of the Crabs. That ball, that was wind aided too. That was just a high fly ball that just drifted right out. Left fielder Aguiar just stood and kind of waited, and then just sort of watched it go over his head and out.
Next up, center fielder, number 5, Connor Savage.
Here's Connor Savage. Sacrifice bunt, and then singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball. It's 1-0.
Lara a couple of steps back at third. Now he's sneaking in a bit. This guy can bunt.
And there's a high hopper. Ooh, over the first. Nice play by Myers. And he'll take it to the bag himself.
That took a wicked hop.
That was smashed and took a wicked hop. You're right.
Nice
Good job
play.
by Myers to stay
Nice
with
play
it. One
indeed.
away. So here's Bo, struck out looking, and then Singleton was stranded at third in the 3rd inning. 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors now for the Studs. 11 runs on 9 hits. The Crabs have not committed an error. The wind is really blowing today. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is in there for a called strike.
Yeah, that's the kind of grounder that can really cause an injury, because you go down to get the ball and poop, hops up and smacks you.
Fastball misses high, 1-1. Well, he turned his head away when he caught it.
Yeah.
Instinctively, because it was right at his face. 1-1 pitch, misses down low, kind of play that's as much in self-defense as anything else.
You know what it seemed that we saw last year that we haven't seen this year is that balls hit the what do you call it, the
That
seam.
seam. That
on
happened.
the
Yeah,
infield.
that happened on Tuesday night.
Oh, did it?
On a ball, yeah.
It seemed to have happened a lot last year, and I hadn't seen it this season.
Yeah, the Crabs got it. I think it was the Crabs that got a hit on that play. On I think it was Wednesday night or Tuesday night. A ball hit out to shortstop, just leapt right over the shortstop's head. 2-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice pitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 5 strikeouts now. Thank you for Kirsten. 2 away. And here's Archibald, struck out looking himself back in the 1st inning, and then singled and was stranded at second in the 3rd. 2 away. Kirsten shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. Rocks and comes home. There's a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike.
So Jeffrey, with one more out, will be the pitcher of record in this ball game. And on his way to getting his third
The 0-1 fastball misses low.
third victory without a setback this season.
1-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. A ball and 2 strikes then is the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Studs have plated a run on the home run by Riker to lead off the inning. 1-2. Ooh, there's the off speed, and it misses down and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. Here's the pitch. That one's hit in the air, foul, and drift over into the picnic area.
Can you recall in the years we've been broadcasting somebody hitting for a cycle? I cannot.
I can't.
It's a rare occurrence in baseball, far rarer than a no-hit ball game.
Yeah. Here's the pitch. High in the air to right field. Burks giving chase. He leaps, and it's off the fence.
Uh-oh, and
Burks is
okay.
down. He's okay, but on his way to second is Archibald.
oh, I think
He's limping a little bit. Yep.
He leapt and came down.
It's the second time he's run into the fence this afternoon. He's fine, though. He's just going to go back to his position.
Yeah, he's okay.
That ball drifted again a long way.
Birthday shout out being given up here to Coach Brad Morgan.
All right.
Birthday from the
So Archibald aboard with a 2-out double. Here's Budnick. Fouled to third and then flied to left. Boy, the wind really affecting play today. Here's the pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner for a called strike.
at the plate, number 34, Ryan Budnick.
I wish the wind would blow out every day. That's pretty cool, I think. Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Ooh, he tried to hold up, did he? Nope. 0-2.
So you like wind-aided home runs, huh?
I like it all, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I like
Did you like the testosterone home runs?
doubles, triples.
In the days of testosterone, did you like those 83 home runs by whoever?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
0-2. Here's the pitch.
Nice.
Swung on and missed. Got him. Good slider. So that's the 7th strikeout for Kirsten and ends the inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a runner left. And at the end of 3.5, it's 11-3 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
It's the water balloon toss with the kids sitting holding buckets on their head.
Okay.
We'll toss water balloons into the buckets. We've got 2 teams. Team 1 is Will with number 7, Kyle Watkins. Team 2 is Moni with number 13, Junior Davis.
Oh, man, I put this in the wrong. God damn it.
And while they do this, we're going to sing to Coach Brad Morgan happy birthday as his fiancée is in Florida. Summer shout out.
Let me know what you need.
Get armed with their buckets, and they go.
Want me to start it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Coach Morgan. Happy birthday to you. All right, there it is. The advanced water balloon test innovations in bucket
Our
games.
PA announcer, Tim, sang happy birthday to Coach Morgan today, and they are now passing out earplugs.
We got to get a whole new
to the
sound.
fans.
We just had the sound system repaired, too. Now,
They're questioning that decision. No, it was very nice, very nice. Not on key, but very nice.
yeah.
Leading off the Humboldt Crabs number 2, right fielder Kyle Blakeman.
Okay. Kyle Blakeman. To lead it off for the Crabs will be Blakeman, Callahan, and Fernlin. They are up 11-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Graham Bailey out on the mound, and the first pitch is over his head and all the way to the backstop. Blakeman today has doubled and scored a run. He's also fouled out and hit into a fielder's choice.
I'd say, why don't you go to the souvenir stand and let them know they can get
The 1-0 fouled out onto F Street. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 fastball is down and away. 2-1. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 is a grounder out of short. One away.
Okay. I don't know. Hang on for just a second.
So here's Callahan.
Coming up, number 35.
2 singles and a home run today.
I'm not sure that I need to call someone. I set it up with Eric, letting him know that I am working at the drag strip tomorrow. We did this way in advance.
Yeah.
And I guess they were having trouble finding someone to replace you. Yeah, I don't know that I'm supposed to call somebody.
Here's the pitch. And that hit him on the ankle. Callahan not very happy about it. He'll head down to first.
Well, it's particularly annoying when you get hit by a pitch right after hitting a home run.
Yeah.
You know, that's a message that doesn't resonate real well.
So here's Fernland. 0 for 2 with a walk.
At the plate, number 3, Chase Fernland.
So Callahan over at first, and that one, did that hit him?
No, came doggone
Almost hit
close.
Fernland.
So he threw one over Blakeman's head. He plunked Callahan and almost hit Fernland.
Yeah, this guy's
Coming in wild.
a little bit dangerous out there.
Well, you know.
1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. And he taps it foul over towards the Crabs dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't mind someone being wild. I don't like them wild high inside.
No. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses down and away, 2-1. One out, Callahan over at first. 2-1 to count to Fernland. The 2-1 misses high, 3-1. The 3-1 in the air to left field. Left fielder going back towards the gap. It's going to be over his head and off the base of the wall. Coming around second and coming around third now is Callahan. He will score on a stand-up double to the deepest part of the ballpark by Fernland. And that was something Chase Fernland really needed. He was off to a very slow start hitting. He tagged that ball all the way to the base of the wall to 394.
Next up, your third baseman, number 28, Alejandro.
12-3 now in favor of the Crabs. Here's Lara. Fernland out at second. And now time's called. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. Lara has fouled out twice to first base and fouled out and flied out to center. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to third. He's up with it. Throw to first. 2 away. Fernland holds at second. Back to the top of the order. Here's Aguiar. Flied to center, singled and scored in the second, walked and scored in the third, and then was hit by a pitch and scored in the fourth. The pitch. Check swing, and the pitch is down and low. One and 0 the count. From the set, I look at second, and the 1-0 pitch rides high with a fastball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Chase Fernlin out at second. Here's the pitch. Misses high again, 3-0.
I got Alex swinging on this 3-0. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. 3-0 pitch, ball 4.
I got to swing at that.
Not even close. So first and second now with 2 outs, and here's Murphy. 2 for 2, but he's been on base 4 times with 2 walks. He's also scored a run.
Next up, the catcher for the Humboldt Crabs, number 6, Kyler Murphy.
So Kyler Murphy with Fernlin out at second and Aguiar at first. Crabs up 12-3 over the Seattle Studs. I don't think they've ever beaten the Studs by this kind of margin.
Not in my memory.
There's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
They didn't like their 6-game winning streak ended last
I
night.
don't think much of that.
Little payback today. Tomorrow, unless the Studs can have a tremendous comeback today, we got a rubber game on Father's Day.
The 0-1 in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Oh, and 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. They're going to have to throw down to
No,
first.
they don't.
No, they
No,
don't
they
have
don't.
to throw,
They
do
don't
they?
have to
Because
do
first
that.
base is
No.
occupied, yeah. So Murphy goes down on strikes to end it, but the Crabs get a run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 5, they're up 12-3. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
I wonder if there's any chance someday we could get. I guess we can't. We can't reach now. We can't reach.
What is it you want?
Those pies look so good. That pie that goes by here, but
Just go down and get one.
no, it's a hassle. I can't walk up with a pie. I just can't do it.
I'll get you one.
Yeah, I shouldn't do it anyway.
I'll get you one if you want one.
I've been losing weight. I need to.
I know. Well, you can still have a pie. You just can't eat something else. You have to take something else off. You eat the pie.
I'll give up vegetables.
Well, if you want one, let me know. I'm happy to go get you one.
Ultimate Yogurt. Ultimate Yogurt. Try more than 10 ever-changing yogurt flavors with a ton of toppings that'll make your head spin. Can you smell the waffle cones? Ultimate Yogurt is locally owned, a great place to bring your crabby kitties because they can make their own cups exactly how they like them. From Oreo cookies to sprinkles to Fruity Pebbles, every combination is possible. Ultimate Yogurt has 2 locations, one in Arcata, right close to the ballpark, and one in Eureka, so check us out, Ultimate Yogurt.
All right. So top of the 6th inning, it's 12-3 in favor of the Crabs. Hancock, McGrath, and Sutherland will bat for the Studs against Jeffrey Kirsten out for his 6th inning of work.
Leading off for the Seattle Studs, number 21, Brennan Hancock.
Hancock tripled in his first at bat, and then he struck out. Kirstens winds and deals to the left-handed hitter, who hits it high in the air and foul and out of play.
Well, there's a chance that their leadoff hitter, Landon Riker, will have 2 more plate appearances.
Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-2.
And if he could get a two-base
Yeah, it'd be
hit,
exciting to see that.
that would be exciting to see a cycle. He's already singled, tripled, and homered.
The 0-2 fastball away, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air, shallow right field. Second baseman Lehman going out, and he has it for out number 1.
That was shallow right field by
Yeah,
the
it
time
was.
he,
Yeah,
he
that-
backpedaled a long ways.
Again, the ball just drifting today.
Number 19, Cam McGrath.
Here's Cam McGrath, 0 for 2, line to second and grounded out to short. Crabs have played airless ball today. That's been their one, I'd say that's been their one sort of, I wouldn't say shortcoming, but the weakest part of their game so far has been the defense.
Yeah, a little too many errors. We've also seen some fantastic
We
plays.
sure have, yeah.
Jiminy
Yeah.
Christmas.
Fastball taken for a strike on the inside corner. The 0-1, breaking pitches in there again, 0-2. But so far, I'm very impressed with this year's team. Here's the 0-2. Fastball is fouled up against the screen.
Yeah, it sure looks like Guyver's got a good one.
I think he does. Oh, 0-2. Ground ball in the hole on the left side. Fernlund backhands, sets, throws on a hop. Got him. Nice play by Chase Fernlund.
Good play on both ends. A
That's
nice
right.
play by Ryan Myers to grab that one hopper. And Chase Fernlund was deep in the hole. Make that play.
2 away. Here's Sutherland, 0 for 2. And the first pitch to him is hit in the air, foul territory, left side. Everybody giving chase. It's going to drop for a
Fair.
hit.
Yeah, McGrath robbed of a base hit by Fernlund, and he returned the favor. Fernlund earlier in the ballgame robbed him of
That's
a base
right.
hit. We got a right-hander now throwing in the Crabs bullpen, so this is probably Jeffrey Kirsten's last inning. He will go out with a big lead, well on his way to picking up his third win of the season without a defeat.
Here's Dylan Lavelle. He takes a fastball high. And he hammers that one down left field line. That is going to be foul.
That came within an inch or two of
Yep.
hitting the wall. Kicked up the dirt right against the wall, but it was several feet foul.
One and one the count. Here's the pitch. Slider on the inside corner for a called strike. Nice pitch. A ball and 2 strikes now. Sutherland over at first. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just misses down with a breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. And now the Vulture's swirling around the stadium. I guess that's for the studs.
I think those are pigeons.
2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. High hopper foul. Wide of third. I always wish I had a bald head so I could stick it in carcasses
Yeah?
like vultures.
Yes.
So that'd be nice. Line shot in the right field, and he's got it for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 6, Crabs 12, 5.5. Crabs 12, Suds 3. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Crestwood Behavioral Health Center in Humboldt County. It's all about the community. Looking for a rewarding career? Join our team and make a difference. Crestwood has been providing residential mental health programs at its Eureka campus since 1979. We have full-time and part-time positions available. That's LPTs, LVNs, assistants, and various staff positions. Visit us at 2370 Boone Street or find our ad in the annual Crabs program. Is that Crabs program now out? I mean, we have them, but are they?
I don't see them around in the stands. I don't
haven't
see
seen
people
them
with them. So
No.
I think maybe only a few were available earlier this week, and they got
Gobbled up.
and then now we're waiting for more to arrive. I don't know.
Nice program, and I got to remember, I'm going to take my program home after tomorrow's game.
Leading off for the Humboldt Crabs, number 8,
All right.
center fielder,
Bottom of the
Jeremiah
6th.
Burks.
Burks, Myers, and Lehman against Graham Bailey, who is the second pitcher of the day for the Studs. And there's a fastball taken down and away. 1-0. Burks today lined out to center, bored on an error, and scored in the second. Then he was hit by a pitch and stranded at third in the third. Then he singled and was stranded at second in the fourth. Here's the pitch. So Burks finds a way to get on. Swung on and missed. 1-1 now the count. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Big cut there. And he's out in front of it. It's 1-2. The 1-2 hits him. Second time today he's been hit by a pitch. That's like the third or fourth. Let's see. That's 3 times Crabs hitter has been hit today. 1, 2, twice Burks.
Crabs.
Actually, 4th time today.
Crab fans not pleased with the kind of dodgeball we're seeing out here, but I must say, again, that wasn't the heater that hit Burks. That was a curveball that didn't break.
Yeah, it's not it's not
malicious.
maliciousness. It's just incompetence at this point. Here's Myers.
Let's not talk politics now.
Really, fastball misses high and in. 1-0. Yeah, maybe you should run for president. Myers is homered, walked a couple of times, and struck out. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball wide of third and down into the Crabs bullpen. 1-1. Burks over at first. 1-1 the count. 12-3 the score in favor of the Crabs. So again, I don't think Burks is going anywhere. There's a ground ball down to third, and he takes a hard hop off his chest, and that is going to be an error on Bo. Although, to be fair, it did take a bad hop at the last second. But
I'm tempted to call that a bad hop single. I don't know. That's,
well,
you know, should he have been able to make that play? I'm not sure he should be able to make that play because he was down to field it, and then it, bounced at the last second up. You're the scorekeeper.
They're expected to make that play, though. They really
All
are.
right.
I know it's not the easiest play, but
Okay.
here's the pitch. Fastball away, 1-0. It's just the kind of play that normally would be called an error, even though I see your point. I was wondering, I had a philosophical thought the other night that I chose not to share about this sort of thing. Next pitch misses down and in 2-0 on days when the sun is in their eyes over there at third base.
Yeah.
And a ball is hit to them. I don't know if any play is really routine. They can't a ball like that, there's no way you can see it.
Yeah.
And
That's a
normally
point.
you would draw an error, but you start to wonder, should I take into account ballpark conditions? There's a base hit back up the middle. Burks is coming around third to score to make it 13-3 in favor of the Crabs.
No, you're right because, consider playing outfield at AT&T Park compared to playing outfield
Yeah, right,
for the Minnesota Twins or something.
Right, yeah.
And we've got a right-hander, and that's going to be it. That's going to be all for Bailey. A right-hander in the bullpen is going to be coming in. And while he does, and while we look up numbers and all that good kind of stuff, let me thank the folks who run the Humboldt County Fair, the 121st Humboldt County Fair, right after crab season. Well, not right after. It starts August 23rd and will go through Labor Day, September 4th. No more crabs games? Well, just bring your lawn chair and roll right on over to the fair. Check out all the carnival rides like the Zipper. There's live entertainment, exhibits, 4-H animals, the ever-popular sheepdog trials, games for the kids, and all that yummy carnival food like funnel cakes and giant turkey legs and bags of mini donuts. Live and
Garrett
satellite
Breda.
horse and mule racing.
Garrett Breda.
And family-friendly and super affordable. The fair is fun for all ages. The fair is located in the Victorian village of Ferndale. So we're going to see on the mound now Garrett Breda. All right, we'll see if we can get some information. Garrett, last night's game, Garrett was the catcher. Was the catcher for the Studs. Let's see if he's listed here among the pitchers. Well, not there. Let's see.
13-3 now in favor of the Crabs.
Now the Studs don't want to waste any pitchers.
I don't blame
and
them.
so
at
they're
this
bringing
point,
in
yeah.
they're bringing in Breda, who is a catcher. We saw him last night as a catcher, 5'11", 180-pounder from Bothell, Washington. Does his pitching for Western Oregon.
Sidearm pitcher. Three runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Studs. Yeah.
No, I was just going to ask, would you call Jay Wagner a side armor?
Three-quarter
delivery?
Not quite, yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah. Crabs
But it's kind of that crossfire.
Yeah,
right?
it is, yeah. But I wouldn't call him sidearm.
Yeah.
This guy's almost flat delivery. Crabs have 13 runs now on 11 hits. And 3 errors now for the Studs. So first and second, still nobody out. Here's Blakeman. And the first pitch from Breda is a fastball on the outside corner. And now the fans are really bored. They're starting to do the wave. This is why we need a 10-run rule.
Or an anti-wave rule.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses away. 1-1. We have a ton of rules when you walk into the ballpark. You know, fans will enjoy the game.
Right.
I don't know why we can't add one. Fans will not
Well,
engage in the wave.
There is a rule against running, and sometimes there's guys running around here trying to get the crowd up to give a wave.
The 1-1 misses away, and he throws down the second, and the runner's back.
It's particularly annoying when they do the wave in a really tight ball game. You know, you want to concentrate on the game. At this point, well, you know, it's
just pretty. It's just pretty annoying right now.
Yeah. not super annoying.
Super annoying. 2-1 to count. Here's the pitch. Misses high and in. 3-1. Most of the fans are not going along with the attempt to get it going. 3-1 in the dirt. That's going to load the bases.
Boy.
Yikes. Well, I'm getting kind of tired here.
You've worked yourself to death, Benjamin. The bases again are FOC for Kyle Callahan, who has had a heck of an afternoon. They haven't gotten him out.
No.
He's walked and scored. He's singled twice, and he's homered. 4 runs batted in, and he's got the bases jammed here.
Actually, he was hit by a pitch. He takes a fastball down low and in.
Oh, I got him as a walk.
Hit by a pitch.
Hit by pitch. Huh? Okay. You're right. I do recall that. That's right, because it was after the home run.
That's right.
Yep.
So
Mistake on my scorecard.
Down low, 2-0. How could that have gotten there?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
And you score in pen too. You're
score in pen.
you're a confident scorer.
Yeah.
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped up against the backstop, and the count's 2-1.
But I am reluctant to put my pen down to mark a hit or an error until I hear the word from the august
Well,
official
as it
scorer.
should be. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 3-1.
Three-one count, wind blowing out. Looking for our first grand salami of the season.
The 3-1.
Not now.
Ball 4. That'll walk in a run. And there's nothing like walking in a run when the score's 13-3 to make the game even more exciting.
Well, Kyle likes it because it gives him his 5th run batted in on the afternoon. 5.
Shortstop, number 3, Chase Fernland.
Here's Fernland. 1 for 3 with a double to the deepest part of the ballpark and a fine play out at shortstop last half inning.
There's another right-hander warming up for the Studs in their bullpen.
Here we go, and he takes high. Next pitch is high again. I count 10 walks issued by Studs pitching today.
Oh, my goodness.
And 4 hit batters, I think, or at least 2 hit batters. There's a high pop fly left side. The third baseman is heading towards the Crabs dugout, and he makes the catch, but he made it in out of play territory. So it does not count as an out. Luckily for Chase Fernland. Counts 2-1. And the pitch. Hit down the left field line. That's big trouble. That's going to go into the corner, and that's going to clear the bases. 1 is in. 2 is in. They're going to hold the runner at third. A two RBI double for Chase Fernland. That's his 2nd of the afternoon. And I am really pleased to see Chase Fernland hitting the ball with authority today.
Very good to see because he's shown us some fine defense.
Yes, he has.
And now his offense is coming around. And that's the manager coming to the mound, and that could be all for Breda. He has had nothing since coming on. He didn't retire a batter. Has not retired a batter. In fact, there hasn't been a batter retired to this inning.
No, there has not.
So the Crabs will have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Still nobody out, and the pitcher is number 4, it looks like.
4. Yeah, Cody Aiden.
Cody Aiden. I wonder if that's the son of the manager. Would that be the son of the manager, Cody Aiden? Yeah, the manager is Barry Aiden. Barry Aiden. So this is Cody.
So a little nepotism here at the ballpark, eh?
Hard to call it nepotism when he's coming in with his team down by 11.
The base is loaded.
Yeah, number
It's
4.
16-3 now in favor of the Crabs. They're down by a lot. Yeah.
There has not been an inning in the ball game that the Crabs haven't scored. They started right from the outset, put up a 4 spot in the first inning, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and how many do we have already this inning?
4.
4 this inning. Goodness gracious. Hope you're making plans to be with us tomorrow afternoon for what will be the rubber game of this 3-game set. It is unlikely you're going to see anything like this tomorrow afternoon. This is a rarity for the Crabs to just dominate the Seattle Studs in this ball game. But again, baseball, 1 game tomorrow,
That's right.
whole new start.
All right, 2nd and 3rd, still nobody out. Here's Lara. He's 0 for 4.
Alejandro, the only Crab who has not reached base this afternoon.
And I think he may be the only one without a hit, isn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. And he takes a pitch high and inside.
Cody Aiden, a right-hander.
1-0. And now he steps off, asks for the signs again, as if it matters. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. In the air to right field. That should plate another run. Right fielder has it. Here comes the runner, and they're going to hold him at third. So 1 away.
I don't think they'd have held him if the score was 5-2.
I don't think they would have either. So back to the top of the order. Here's Aguiar. He has flied to center, singled and scored, walked and scored, been hit by a pitch and scored, and then walked again. Second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. In the air, left field and deep. That is foul. He hit it out onto the freeway, but he yanked it just a little bit foul. Oh, and 1 the count. And the pitch. Down low, 1-1. One and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Outside in the dirt and all the way to the backstop, and the runners are going to advance to make it 17 now to 3. Yikes. So runner on third now with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away, and it's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, yikes.
So for the second time in the ball game, the Crabs will bring 9 batters to the plate.
The catcher, number 6.
Yep.
Kyler Murphy.
Here's Kyler Murphy. 2 singles, 2 walks, and a strikeout. He has scored a couple of runs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball slowly out to short. The shortstop in on it. His only play is going to be to first as another run comes in to make it 18-3. Yikes. On the play, Aguiar goes to second. So the Crabs have batted around.
You got a pinch hitter here. Yeah, got a pinch hitter for Jeremiah Burks.
So this is Jack McCarthy. And he swings and misses at a pitch.
And we will assume he's going to go into center for Burks.
Runner on second. 0-1 the count. 18-3 in favor of the Crabs. That one's lined in the right center field. The right fielder is over to get it and has it for out number 3. So the Crabs get 1, 2, 3, 6 more runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and there was 1 left. And at the end of 6, they're up 18-3. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
They had how many walks that inning?
1, 2, 3.
And a hit batter.
And a hit batter, yeah.
Whoa. I can't believe we got 3 more innings.
I know. Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do.
walking out of here. What are you going to do?
with his eye.
Who is this pitcher here? Is this still Jeffrey? No. Is it? Can't be. Got to be somebody else.
27.
27. That's not Jeffrey.
15.
I don't see 27 here. Oh, 10 at first base.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Some defensive changes for the Crabs. We have a new pitcher. We're not really sure who it is. We're trying to get the number here so we can figure out who it is. 21. Oh, so that's a new player, Tim Weiser. Has he played? He hasn't. I don't think he's played yet, has he?
No, this will be his debut. Weiser there, and then at first base for Myers we have number 10.
And that's Anthony Nwia.
Okay. All right. So Tim Weiser getting his first work as a Humboldt Crab, and he was a late addition to the Crabs. Yeah, he's a late addition. He was not in the program that was originally provided. Big right-hander. And he will face the top of the order, and this is Landon Riker here in the top of the 7th. Riker has a single, a triple, and a home run. For a double, he would get the rare cycle. The pitch to him, fastball, misses wide, 1-0. Weiser, big kid, big right-hander. Right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch to Riker. Long drive to left field. The ballpark is not going to hold that one. The second home run of the ball game for Landon Riker.
Home run for Landon Riker. And our local Little League benefits from it because for every home run, Harper Motors donates $50 to District 26.
So Riker with his second consecutive round tripper. And it's now 18-4. That'll bring up Connor Savage. Savage 1 for 2 officially, left-handed hitter.
Oh, great.
Probably Shorty's going to be up here tomorrow.
Who?
Shorty.
Thank you.
The next pitch misses wide, and the count 1-1. We just heard that legendary manager Shorty Ames is going to be working the public address system for us tomorrow. It'll be great to see Shorty. There's a long fly to right field. That is fair. It could be trouble. It is a fair ball off the wall. Rounding first and heading to second, and he's going to motor to third. There's not going to be, there is going to be a play, but it's way too late. A booming triple by Connor Savage. What a series he is having. He is 2 for 3 today after a 4 for 5 yesterday. So Tim Weiser being greeted rather rudely by the studs, a home run and then a triple for Savage. And that'll bring up Kyle Bowe, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Right-hander facing the right-handed Weiser, working from the stretch. Weiser's pitch is lined over the shortstop's head, a leaping try by Fernland, but he could not come up with it. So credit Bowe with an RBI single. 2 runs across here in the 7th inning for the studs. And that'll bring up left-handed hitting Lauren Archibald. Archibald 2 for 3 on the afternoon, getting his first look at Weiser. Archibald has been a thorn in the side of Crab's pitching. He only had 1 hit yesterday, but it was a crucial hit that put the studs ahead 5-3. Single and a double in 3 trips this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch from Weiser, that's fouled off to the left and out of play. Nobody out here in the 7th inning for the studs. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Oh, a high hop, and it goes over his head. And everybody's going to be safe. That'll be an error on Devin Lehman. We've seen some rather wicked hops this afternoon. That was one of them. And that is is that the first error on the Crabs? First miscue by the Crabs this afternoon. Here's Ryan Budnick looking for his first base knock of the afternoon. Swings through a fastball, strike one. Nobody out, 2 men on, 2 men in. It's now 18-5. Weiser looks into Murphy for the sign. The 0-2 pitch, fastball away. One and two the count. The pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Tags the runner going by to second for one. The relay to first, not in time. We almost had a triple play. Out at third. I don't know what the coach is pointing at, but the coach is claiming that the runner was not tagged. The umpire said he was. So Bo is out at third. Archibald is out at second. And Budnick safe at first base on the double play. That would be 3-4. And they weren't that far away from getting the batter Budnick at first base. We're talking about a cycle a little earlier where you get a single, double, triple, and a home run. There was almost a triple play. Here's Hancock, a triple in 3 trips. And he lines that one into left field. Backing up as the left fielder reaches up at a sensational catch in left by Aguiar. Alex went back and reached up and took a base hit away from Hancock. So the Studs have to settle for a pair of runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left. And now at the end of 6.5, it's the Crabs 18 and the Studs 5. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka. All right, are we back? All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Anthony Enwia to lead off for the Crabs in the home half of the 7th. He is filling in, replacing Ryan Myers. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander, Cody Aiden. One ball to count to Enwia. The next pitch is inside corner. Count even at 1. Enwia hitting .233 on the young season. Breaking ball stays up, 2-1. And we got a pinch hitter in the on-deck area as well. There's a ground ball to the right side. Up with it is the second baseman, Lavelle. His throw to first almost pulls the first baseman off the bag. A nice stretch by Archibald to prevent an error. One down. 22.
This is R.J. Hasse.
R.J. Hasse batting for Lehman.
At the plate, number 22, R.J. Hasse.
And we'll see if R.J. goes into second base. First pitch to him is over but low, 1-0. Right-hander versus right-hander. Studs trying to shut down the Crabs for the first time in the ballgame. Fastball is high and away, 2-0. The Crabs have scored in every inning to amass 18 runs. The next pitch, line foul down the left field line. The count, 2 balls and a strike.
Michelle, Pammy, and Janelle, the best moms in the world. Thanks for putting up with us, says the anonymous shout out.
Now, see, that's high praise. Best ball in the world.
2-1 to Hasse. Fly ball into right field. That's going to stay in the park. Moving over is the right fielder Riker, and he puts it away for the second out. Tomorrow, Father's Day. Always a big day at the ballpark. You know, Father's Day is a relatively recent institution compared to Mother's Day. Mother's Day was around a long time before Father's Day became official. You know who made that official?
Hallmark.
Richard Nixon.
Oh.
Next up, number 2,
Richard Nixon.
Blakeman.
Blakeman lines the first pitch into right field for an opposite field 2-out single. Kyle's second hit of the afternoon. And that'll bring up Kyle Callahan, who has had a heck of a day, but he's not coming up. You got another pinch hitter.
This is Wyatt Tucker.
Wyatt Tucker coming into a pinch hit for Callahan.
You know, I don't know. I think there's been a kind of a proliferation of like days. You know, administrative professionals days, haberdasher day.
Yeah. Too many, huh?
I don't know. Seems like a lot, you know.
Ball is gets away from the catcher, and the Crab runner doesn't even try to go to second base. Again, you just don't want to rub it in anymore because we're going to play tomorrow, and we start off 0-0 again in the first inning. The pitch, fouled back by Tucker. A ball and a strike. I guess the most famous World Series where the one team in terms of runs just dominated the other was the Yankees over the Pirates back in 1960, and the Pirates won the series in 7 games.
Yeah.
But you look at the total runs scored in that series, and the Yankees were way ahead.
Yeah,
they won some big ones.
The Yankee ones were totally very lopsided, yeah.
Breaking ball stays up, 2-1. So again,
well, we're at 18-5 here.
very unlikely we're going to see anything like this on Father's Day. And it's the first blowout we've had in a while.
This season, I think, really.
Fly ball into center field. Center fielder Savage over under it, and Connor makes the catch for the third out. The Crabs finally failed to score in an inning. No runs. There was a hit, no errors, one left. And at the end of 7, it's the Crabs 18 and the Studs 5. You're listening to Dominant Crabs Baseball today, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka. Welcome back to the ballpark. The Crabs with a commanding 18-5 lead. Tim Weiser out for his second inning of work. He surrendered a pair of runs to the Studs in the seventh, and he'll face the bottom third of the Seattle order here in the top of the eighth. Cam McGrath, 0 for 3 on the afternoon, right-handed hitter, and Weiser's pitch to him. McGrath takes well outside, 1-0.
You look at the scorebook, the Studs' runs have all been top of the order generated. Bottom of the order has not.
There's a line drive into left field. That's going to be in there for a base hit. Hustling over to it is Aguiar. The runner rounds first. He goes to second. The throw in, not going to be in time. A stand-up double for Cam McGrath.
All righty.
How many hits have we had in the ballpark today, Benjamin?
26.
That's a lot of hits.
I heard the Twins had 26 hits the other night in a ball game.
Did they win?
All by themselves.
Did they win?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they won.
Fastball away. 1-0 the count to Sutherland. Kyle 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Weiser comes to the plate, and he takes a pitch on the outside corner. The count even at 1. Both bullpens are quiet. Sutherland takes a pitch just outside. 2-1. Weiser at the set. The big right-hander comes to the plate, and that one's hit in the air to left field, and that's going to be trouble if it's fair, and it is a fair ball. That's going to score a run. Rounding first and heading to second. Now he's going to hold. A big wide turn at first, and Sutherland decided to hold up. So credit him with an RBI single as McGrath comes in to score, and it's now an 18-6 ball game. Dylan Lavelle, 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Right-handed hitter. And the breaking ball misses wide, 1-0. The next pitch is grounded to the left side and through between short and third and into left field. Sutherland stops at second base. The Studs now with runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the eighth inning. And now we go to the top of the order, and here is Landon Riker.
Got a right-hander warming in the Crabs bullpen.
Riker with a single, a triple, and 2 home runs. You think his slugging average has gone up today?
Indeed. No.
All right.
Weiser now has given up 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. And
He has not been
3 for extra bases.
Not been fooling anybody. The first pitch is a fastball wide, 1-0. Right-hander in the Crabs bullpen. Weiser at the set. The pitch to Riker. Ground ball to the shortstop, and it's under his glove and into left center field, and everybody moves up 90 feet. That's going to be an error on the shortstop, Fernland. That was a double play ball.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah. Yep.
So the bases are now loaded. There is nobody out, and here's Connor Savage, who has been nothing but trouble for Crabs pitchers in the 2 games. 4 for 5 yesterday. He is 2 for 3 today. Left-handed hitter facing the right-handed Weiser, and the first pitch is poked into short left field. It's shortstop is going to go out, and Fernland's going to make that catch on the outfield grass. So first pitch swinging, Savage, a little looper to the shortstop, 1 down. Here's Kyle Bowe. Bowe has twice struck out. Bowe has twice singled, 2 for 4 officially. The bases are jammed. 1 down. Weiser chooses to work from the stretch. The first pitch is taken for a called strike. Weiser has been hit hard since coming in, but he is throwing strikes. The 0-1 pitch, and that one's grounded out of the second baseman. To short for one, the relay to first. That's a double play to end the inning. The pitcher's best friend, 4-6-3. So, the Studs settle for a run on 3 base hits. There was an error and 3 left, and at the end now of 7.5, it's the Crabs 18 and the Studs 6. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Okay. Welcome back to the ballpark. Hoke Holcomb along with the professor, Benjamin Schaefer, coming to you from the Arcata ballpark. The Crabs on the way to winning their 10th of the season against 2 losses. And it will bring the Studs to a 12-3 record on the season. Again, 2 very fine teams. And I don't know that the Studs have taken this kind of drubbing in a while. They're very unusual.
I don't think, they generally get beat this badly, no.
So Cody Aiden, the 4th pitcher for the Studs on the mound, and he'll face Chase Fernland, we think, Alejandro Lara and Alex Aguiar, but the Crabs are making lots of changes. So we'll see. It is Chase Fernland coming to the bat. Chase has had a good afternoon at the stick, a couple of doubles. He's driven across 3 and scored a run. He's also walked and flown out and grounded out. So officially 2 for 4 for the Crabs shortstop. Right-hander versus right-hander. Cody Aiden, like a lot of relievers, working exclusively from the stretch, and the first pitch is laced on 1 hop to the third baseman. He's got it and throw across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out in the Crabs' 8th inning. That'll bring up Alejandro Lara.
Next up, third baseman, number 28, Alejandro Lara.
Lara, in last night's ball game, was 3 for 5, but he has drawn the collar this afternoon. He's got an 0 for working. No hits in 5 at-bats. And that first pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Oh, and 1 to Alejandro. The pitch. Lara swings and hits it into center field, and it's going to be caught. Almost in his tracks was Connor Savage for the second out.
0 for
and
6.
Cody Aiden has an opportunity to set the Crabs down in order for the first time this afternoon. It'll be up to Alex Aguiar. Aguiar has 1 hit in 2 official trips. The last 4 times he's been up, he has walked, been hit by a pitch, walked, and walked. 4 free tickets to first base. And he takes that pitch away, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 the count to Crabs leadoff hitter Alex Aguiar. Made a fine fielding play in left field earlier in this ball game, and he fouls that one back on the screen. 2 balls and a strike. Middle of the order will be coming up for the Studs in the top of the 9th inning. They're only down by 12. The pitch. High pop-up, foul territory, out of play. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, if you're looking ahead, or if you're listening at all.
If you're looking ahead, tomorrow's game starts at 12:30.
We bow Archibald and Rudnick.
Here's the 2-2 to Aguiar. That stays upstairs, 3-2. How many walks did you say we'd receive this game, Benjamin?
Oh, yeah, it's over 10 now. Let's see.
It's a bunch. 3-2 the count. The pitch. Fouled off to the right and out of play.
$11.
Wow.
And then we've also had, I think,
A couple of hits, 3 or 4 hit batters, right?
yeah, 1.
3, I think. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Aguiar, and the Crabs, believe it or not, are retired in order. At the end of 8, it's the Crabs 18 and the Studs 6. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Rica. We're going to bring out another pitcher, or we're going to let Weiser go the whole way? It looks like...
I think we're going to bring Wagner in.
No. All right, welcome back. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. We are about to see our fourth Kyle in the ball game. The first 3 Kyles were all Kyles with a K, and one of them had an R at the end. So we had 2 Kyles and a Kyler play offensively for us, and now on the mound we have Kyle Watkins with a C. Kyle Watkins played his high school ball, of course, at Eureka High School, made quite a name for himself there, and now doing duty for the Humboldt Crabs, and he'll finish up. He is the 3rd pitcher employed by Robin Guyver this afternoon. Jeffrey Kirsten, the starter, and will get the win. Tim Weiser was hit pretty hard in his couple of innings of work. And now Watkins will face the cleanup hitter, Lauren Archibald, to lead it off. Archibald, Budnick, and Hancock in the top of the 9th for the Studs. And the first pitch is swung on and missed, a big cut by Archibald. Lauren 2 for 4 on the afternoon. They've got a few base hits themselves, do the Studs. Watkins' next pitch is hit hard into right center field, and that one is going to be out of here. A home run for Archibald to start off the 9th inning. And a mean greeting for Kyle Watkins. Benjamin, how many home runs have left the park today? I guess all of the home runs have left the park, but how many?
4, I believe.
So Archibald himself has a single, double, and a home run. And this is Budnick. Ryan Budnick, right-handed hitter. Budnick looking for his first base knock of the afternoon. He is 0 for 4, including hitting into a double play in his last at bat. Breaking ball stays up, and a ball and a strike now to Budnick. Right-hander versus right-hander. And the pitch. Ground ball down to the third baseman. Up with it there is Lara. His throw across the diamond is low, but dug out by Enwia for the first out of the inning. Crowd appreciably smaller than it was at the outset of today's ball game. And the Oyster Festival is officially over, I think, at about 5 o'clock or 5:30, so there we are. Ball bounces at the plate to Brennan Hancock. Hancock, a triple in 4 trips. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat by a fine play by Alex Aguilar in left field. And that one bounces at the plate, too. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 the count to Hancock. Crabs mopping up here in the top of the 9th.
5 home runs in the game, actually.
5 home runs.
Yeah.
How many were by the Crabs? 2?
2.
Okay. Yeah, Trace was saying that the Harbor Motor is given 500 for each home run. It's only for our home runs. We don't pay. We don't pay for the visitors. Curveball is taken for a called strike. Wicked curve on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Harbor Motors doing their best to try and stay in business, Trace. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman over. Knocks it down, picks it up. He's not going to have a play. That's a base hit, an infield hit for Hancock. Not too sure who's playing second base now. Let's see if I can figure it out.
Number 19, shortstop.
Maybe R.J. Hassey, but I'm not sure. All right, 1 on, 1 gone. Here is Cam McGrath, a double in 4 trips. And the pitch is low and outside, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to McGrath. The pitch stays up with a fastball, 2-0. At the set. And the 2-0 pitch. That bounces at the plate, and that's going to allow Hancock to trot down to second base, and the count now 3-0 to McGrath. At the set. I'll look back at second. The pitch over but high, ball 4. So Watkins, like Weiser, having a little trouble coming in the late innings. Weiser gave up 3 runs in the 2 innings he worked. And Watkins now put runners at first and second with 1 out. And Kyle Sutherland, the left-handed hitter at the bat, and he takes a pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Sutherland, 2 for 4 on the afternoon. His last 2 at-bats, he hit singles. The next pitch is grounded right back to the pitcher. He's up with it. His only play is going to be to first for the out. And there are 2 down. Studs runners each move up 90 feet. So they now got runners at second and third, 2 gone. And Dylan Laval, the number 9 hitter, coming to the bat.
16, second baseman, Dylan Lavelle.
Lavelle 1 for 4 on the afternoon. Watkins works from the stretch in this situation, and the pitch is grounded to the shortstop. He's up with it. The throw to first. This ball game is over. So the Studs come up with 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. And the Crabs win the second of this 3-game series. The winning pitcher, the starter, Jeffrey Kirsten. The loser, the starter for the Studs, Clayton Goldfin. And Benjamin, what are the totals for today's ball game?
For the Crabs, excuse me, 18 runs on 13 hits. They committed 2 errors. The Studs, 7 runs on 17 hits, 30 hits in the game,
Wow.
3 errors. Quite a ball game.
All right, that'll do it from the ballpark this afternoon. We sure hope you'll be here for our Father's Day contest tomorrow at 12:30 that will determine the winner of this 3-game series with the always exciting Seattle studs. For my broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hoke Holcomb. We're rounding third and heading for home.